Hey, what's up everyone? Lord Ryujin here, bringing you another YouTube video. I'm currently recording from a different location for the time being, at least until a few things can get straightened out. And I wanted to do this video to just sort of talk about something that's come up that's a little ridiculous, and to also just sort of broaden that, if I may. What am I talking about? Well, an article came out talking about how Super Mario Maker is racist and sexist, and I just want to facepalm to this because no, it's not. First of all, if you've already confirmed that Nintendo has stated that you're going to be able to use different hands, so the fact is that you're a white male and you're using a white female's hand that shows up on the screen in Mario Maker, one, it shouldn't be that big of a deal. Because out of all the things that you could talk about the game, about how intuitive the design process is, to how fun the game is, to any other factor that you can think of, you want to go with the lowest common denominator and instantly start pulling out the race card or the sex card, which is just so cliche at this point that it's ridiculous. I do not like the modern world. And that's where we get off topic and we talk more about the broader aspect of things, about how we live in a society now where everything is so offensive. And really, it's old and it's tiresome. And we need to grow up as a society. You know, I remember being in the 90s and in the 80s, this kind of stuff didn't fly. You know, this kind of stuff just really wasn't talked about. And for me, the best way to end it is to stop talking about it. I mean, if you think about it, if I'm in front of my children talking about blacks do this, blacks do that, that instills in them a sense of racism. Because then they grow up thinking the things that I taught them. And so when we're constantly pointing out racism everywhere, sexism everywhere, everything becomes about that, and then everything becomes politically correct and nothing can be what it should be. And I'll give you a perfect example about this. They did a lot at E3 this year to showcase women, having women be lead characters or be secondary characters that you can play with as an option, like in Fallout 4 for an example. But amongst all these games, I didn't hear anybody stand up and talk about, well, what about Hispanic women? You gotta have, oh, and don't forget to put brothers in there, you gotta have black men. That's an example of what I'm talking about a little bit. Is that at some point it's going to become about, we have to include everybody. We have to include straight men, gay men, we have to include black women, Hispanic men, aliens from Jupiter. We have to include every single demographic in order to please everybody. And at that point it becomes a watered down version. I mean, does it really matter? Think about this for a minute. Does it really matter in a game like Mario, for an example, what color Mario is? You've been playing Mario for 30 years, and you've had fun playing Mario for 30 years. But I have a feeling that with the way that things are going now, we're going to have to see a brother. We're going to have to see a black representative. We're going to have to see Princess Peach step up more and do her own thing and maybe save Mario from time to time. Because otherwise, she's just a damsel in distress, and that's not the modern day representation of women. And can't you just enjoy the game? I guess it's a little bit what I'm saying. I don't have all my ducks in a row like I thought I did when I initially sat down to do this video. But the idea that Mario Maker is sexist and racist is dumb. It pulls to the lowest common denominator, and I personally, I don't like it. I don't like it. I don't like this state where we have to be politically correct about everything. We can't just take a flag and look at it as a flag. It has to be a symbol for something that it's not. And we can't just take a game and play a game. You know? And when everything starts to be pointed out as racist, sexist, whatever form of discrimination, when we're looking for that everywhere, you're going to see it. And I'm not saying that this stuff doesn't exist. There are really male chauvinistic pigs out there that believe that men should run the earth and women have their place in the kitchen only. And there are racists out there. I'm not saying that this stuff doesn't exist. I'm just saying that when companies have to start walking on eggshells to please everybody, their artistic vision of what they had for a movie or for a book or for a game or for anything really starts to lose its purpose and really starts to lose the dignity that it once had. I guess that's all that I wanted to talk about. Not a whole lot. I just don't really like the way that things are now. And I think that it needs to change. Now, it could be good for gaming, because again, the option of having, I don't know, like in Fallout 4 for an example, a customizable character. You can make it a man or a woman, you can make it green, you can make him black, you can make it white, you can make it whatever. That is truly the future, is to make a customizable character that is to your specifications. That way you can't complain about it. But if we have a story-driven game about, you know, a Hispanic woman, for us to complain about, why isn't it a black woman? That's not what the story is about. The story is about this person in particular. Just like when you go to watch a movie, you know, like when Black Panther comes out, for an example, I'm going to want to go see a movie about the Black Panther. I'm not going to want to go see a movie about slightly Asian Panther. You see what I'm saying? We don't have to make things politically correct all the time. But there are options, and we need to look more towards those options rather than having to step on eggshells and change everything for every demographic to make it work. But that's just my 2 cents, guys. Make sure that you share yours, and thanks for watching as always, guys. I'm sorry for my my ditziness today. I thought I had a little bit more in my head, and then I came back here and I lost all of it. I don't know if you ever had moments like that. But thanks for watching. As always, I'll see you next time, and have yourself a good one.